wasonge, na wapatia muda ya kusonga madereva. Mumezuia wananchi kutoka Embakasi. Kijana barubaru. Babu.
Wanzo iko sawa. Ndio kila kitu kiko sawa. Hii kitu ndio inaendelea. Hapana, si nataka dunia na kuona kila siku. Nini mbaya? Sio kuna ndio hii dunia na kuona kila siku. Imepungua sijui wapi. Hapana, hii kitu ni vile inakuwa kila siku. Wapi nimeingiza? Unaingizanga hii kitu kila siku. Ndio hii mwisho yake hii. Sasa ungefungua tu. Ndio hii. Baada ya kuweka, hata moja tu.
Vijana munataka nani? Wazee munataka nani? Iwa mama munataka nani? Kila kona munataka nani? Adehu, mbio, onera, morome. Kono juu. Vijana munataka nani? Na wazee munataka nani? Iwa mama munataka nani? Kila kona munataka nani? Kono juu. Vijana munataka nani? Na wazee munataka nani? Hadi wa mama munataka nani? Kono juu. Vijana munataka nani? Na wazee munataka nani? Hadi wa mama munataka nani? Kila kona munataka nani? Adehu, mbio, onera, morome. Kono juu. Vijana munataka nani? Na wazee munataka nani? Hadi wa mama munataka nani? Kila kona munataka nani? Adehu, mbio, onera, morome.
Rudia bwana. Donge.
Vijana munataka nani? Na wazee munataka nani? Hadi wa mama munataka nani? Kila kona munataka baba. Sini wa baba. Baba, sini wa baba. Baba, jeshi ya baba. Baba, sini wa baba. Baba, jeshi ya baba. Baba, jeshi ya baba. Baba, sini wa baba. Baba. Gracias.
Industries, those are the things that we should concentrate and see how our people can get jobs. Instead of taxing somebody who doesn't have anything, why don't we try to create an environment whereby our people can be able to do business? Because you are taxing somebody who doesn't have.
Yeah,
because the reason why you see we have mandamano everywhere is because those boys are idle. The reason why I went for mandamano last time is because I was also idle. I had closed the business. But today, I had another meeting with the president, so I had something to do. And if you keep those boys busy, they will not do that. Yes, it's not about
the president has said several times that he has plans to create millions of jobs for the youth, and that these plans to create millions of jobs are actually a threat to the opposition. And so now he says that the opposition is attempting to sabotage his leadership. But I mean, was the president expecting, you know, no resistance? In a vibrant democracy, you must have a strong opposition.
If you were to come here on show, you are here on set and you are supposed to deliver news. And every time, one of these cameramen and ladies here keeps on threatening you. You will not, you know, the producer on the other side. No, I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you an example. And let's give you an example that the producer on the other side is talking to your earpiece, right? Mm-hmm. These other guys are supposed to enable this particular process go on, right? And ever since you came here, remember you have got a fixed time within which you have to deliver a certain, probably if it's a news magazine, you're supposed to deliver within that time. And there is always threats coming in. Somebody's pulling a wire down here. Once you start, stop, move, cut. And everything else, you know that you will not be able to do that.
So who is
for the last 11 months?
What is the job of your
I wanted to bring this here. Let me just finish this before we get into that end. Number one, you would know that since 1992, the official economy stopped being the biggest employer. And then the informal sector becomes the biggest employer, right? So 16 million Kenyans are into the informal sector. If we could actually look at this, let's talk about fairness. You know, no one loves paying taxes. No one. Even offering, where we know that we are offering in the hope that probably somebody on the other side, a man above there, would actually bless us. We still do not give very freely. That's why preachers have to move around and encourage us to tell us to give. Otherwise, if people loved to pay taxes, including offering, it wouldn't be a problem. So, this particular finance act that has been suspended, this piece of legislation, it's tried by day to levelize, because what has happened is that for you people who are employed, you actually have been everything, because the burden of tax paying is about 5 million people. Of course, the people who did returns the other day were about 6.3 million people. But for the longest time, KRA only has had about 5 million people paying taxes. In a country that has got a workforce of 24 million people. So what have we done? We've tried, what is this talking about all those other taxes? We've tried to spread this so that then the working people, the pay as you earn people, the payee people, are not burdened more. Already they are overburdened from where we are, and we appreciate. So 3 million people, who are the official ones doing, who are paying payee, have been shouldered, and that is the biggest part of our taxes. Now we are trying to spread, because these 16 million, Michelle, you can't tell me that they eat air. They don't eat air, they don't eat leaves. You want to call them small people, they might not be able to put on ties and suits and everything else, but those people have money. Because that is where a lot of people are making money. And just see how the industries, look at Safaricom for example, look at Equity, see how the big players in the sector, both the Mobitel, the guys within the mobile telephony, and even the banking sector, they are targeting the informal sector. There is money there. But somehow, you people who do the formal ones, with business, we are the ones who are always being cut out. About 70,000 people, companies that are paying taxes, just 70,000. And then the 3.5 million that are people who are working. Then we have got another force of about 16 million people whom we can only tax if we get how they eat. Because there are only 3 places you can tax. You tax on income, you tax on expenditure on consumption, and then you tax on wealth. Wealth in this country, you can't tax people on wealth in this country. It's not a very popular one. That's why even paying rents to people who have got houses is a problem. They've got a problem with the local authorities. So we can only tax on two ends. The rest of you who actually are being overtaxed is on income. These other guys, somehow because they are not within a net that you can actually, initially we wouldn't tax and we were so populist, we have come up with policies that do not tax this informal sector. Those people are not as down as we want to say. Hustlers does not necessarily mean that they are poor. They are making money, serious money. I was born and grew up partly in Madara, and I will tell you that some of the serious people with money are down there, and no one really cares about them.
I think you know what he's saying. You see, you should also understand the role of the government. The first thing that the government should do is to give people hope, which is not doing.
But if you are a preacher, if you are a preacher and you are giving hope, then you have got another preacher in the person of Raila and Azimio.
Let's have you address this one question, because you said the president has not been given enough time to deliver on his mandate and deliver on his promises. But it's also clear that these protests are unsustainable. They also have take a hit and put a hit on the economy. So, what is the way out? Does the president have to sit down with the opposition and listen to the agreement?
Good, you come home. You know, the opposition knows that they want to push us to the edge where in this country, if we we are honest, every time we are fighting for whatever reason, people meet in the boardroom. When they decide to meet and make decisions, they never consult us. Like, for example, none of us here was consulted. They want to push us to an edge, to a country to an edge where they can easily negotiate. And like I told you, William Ruto is being considered as a relatively an outsider to the political elites in this country. What is actually happening is that William is being bullied by people who know